Well, moving on here, since I've pretty much adjusted this hood. It's not perfect by any means, but it's probably close enough. But what I do have here is a bunch of holes in it. And I've got this product here that a friend of mine gave me. And what these are ceramic stick-ons. And I can stick them on the other side of this. I can weld these holes up and it'll prevent me from burning through. So I'm going to clean this up here so I can weld to it, and we'll give these things a test. Well, after grinding these, I can see that they're actually pulled up, probably because when they bolted them down, the bolts pulled up on the hood, so I can't have high spots in there. So what I'm going to do is knock these down with a hammer and dolly before I try to weld them. Alright, looks like you can probably see. I'm just using the flat side of this dolly. Knock this down a little. Well, that should do that. I'm going to clean it up here a little on the inside. From the outside, I've got it, as far as I can tell, it looks like it's a little low. Hopefully I got them all knocked down enough. And then I'll try sticking these things on. They look pretty straightforward. I'll clean it up and try a couple. Alright, I stuck them on. Looks like there's some pretty good glue. I might be able to use them a couple times, so I just put 4 in. And I got this on low. See if I can do this without burning it up. Looks like it's working really good. Getting a lot of weld on it. Still awful high weld bead. Yeah, that one fell off. My wire knocked it loose. This one here knocked it off, but it held long enough to get a pretty good bead. I'm going to cool this down with some air. This one, I got way too much weld on it. I don't have much air here. Oh yeah, there it popped back up. Put a little bit more heat in there than I wanted. Yeah, let's try this one again here. Way more weld than I wanted. Probably have too much wire feed for this. Yeah, my hair is not doing me much good here. Now we'll get you a little close up here. I've got about 1/8 of an inch. I think my feed was too much. So I turned my wire feed down. This hood was still popping up and down. Anyway, I'm going to open it up and see if I can recover those 4 and put them over in them other holes. Now you can see they stuck on here. And that's pretty good glue. And I'm just moving this over here to this side. So it looks like I had a little glue left on it. And I got a pretty nice flush spot on that side. I'll go ahead and move the rest of them over there. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand. And we'll try welding the other side with a little less wire feed. Well, they actually made a nice flat part there. And on the back I got way too much weld here, but I've turned it down to see what kind of look I have. No, it's not welding very well at all. Yeah, I can see my hood popped up again. Try it again. That was a little better. I had to turn the feet up. Much better weld. Still got pinholes in both of them. Try this one. Again, this pinhole. Go back here and hit my pinholes. Here's a look from the inside. They really did a good job. They're just maybe, 30 thousandths, 40 thousandths of metal sticking out. And here's what the... Alright, I put some JB weld around the edges of this. It's still kind of flexy floppy. Don't much like the way that that's popping in and out. I got it braced here pretty good. Even though I made this good and solid here, there on the back and on the side, I still got a, almost 2 foot, foot and a half anyway, right in the middle. What I'm going to do is go ahead and mix up some fiberglass, put on there. Hopefully that'll strengthen it a little. It's not going to be real thick, so I may have to do something else on the inside to strengthen it and keep it from tin cannon on me. Those holes helped it, but you really can't have that on there. Alright, I mixed up some good hot fiberglass. I just reinforced this 2 or 3 places with JB weld. But probably the seam, yeah, I can see right here the seam seals loose. I'm going to go ahead and fill these corners here up. Those two are alright, but I'm going to mix some more and force it up into here. Try to keep that hood from moving. Alright, that's as full of fiberglass as I could get it all the way around. So it's going to give it the best chance of hold it in one place as it can have. This is pretty much hard already. Well, it's still just a little poppy, but not too bad. So once that bottom glass hardens, that'll help too. It's soft right now. So I'll just let this dry a little bit, and I come along and we'll rough sand this down and just cover this whole thing with a skin of Bondo. It don't look like I've got any high places or low places. I'll let this get good and hard. Put another skin on it. I think I'll be alright. Alright, I sanded this down, and it looks like there's a little crease in the hood that goes right down the middle. You can kind of see it there. The DA is not really, the weight of it's not pushing this hood down much, and I can see 2 or 3 little high spots here where the weld was. So I need to bring this all up. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Is I've got this pretty flat right now, and I'm going to try to fill both sides of this, and if I can, see if I can get this crease good here in the middle. It's bending a little, but it's pretty strong as far as pushing back. I think another coat of Bondo and getting that crease in the middle there will give it quite a bit more strength. Alright, put this stuff on here. Just trying to get it on good and even. I mixed a lot of hardener in it, so I don't have a lot of time to work with it. Just trying to get it stuck to the metal good all the way around everywhere. Get it all on the car, and I can try to shape it later. So it looks like it's sticking good to all the metal. Now I can start trying to shape it. I'm trying to get it as smooth as I can to the outside and leave as much as I can here in the very center of it. In fact, I can pull some of this in to the center. Of course, I don't know exactly where the center is, so I'm just trying to pull it in where I think it might be. Feather this out as good as I can. Looks like I've got some there in the middle I could still pull in. Looks like I've got some dirt in it. It's not going to help me any. In it. There we go. Right there. I'm sort of getting to the end of my Bondo smoothing rope. Just trying to bring as much to the middle as I can. That's about. Alright, I got it trimmed down roughly with a board sander and looks pretty good. I've got a little bit of low right there in the middle, but it's feathered out pretty good, so I'll put one more coat on it and let it dry, and I should be able to get the rough shape. I knocked this stuff down a little bit, so I need to put a little more filler in this whole area here, so I'll mix up enough to do that, and hopefully that'll just about take care of this hood. Well, there's my final little skim coat, very thin. I pretty much got that one. We're just covering a few low spots. I might have a little bit of work to do here on this one. I think this side has got to come up some. I can't really do anything about the shape of it because there's a brace under there. I can't hammer on it. But we'll let this dry up, and I'll knock this all off and rough it up with a DA everywhere, and I can squirt a coat primer on that. I went around some of this with a little bit of Bondo I had, just kind of spot putty fill and stuff. This side looks real good. And just minor things in it, and I'll work on trying to get these gaps a little better later. So I'm just trying to get this hood as good as I can for right now. I think this side here is going to turn out real nice. I just have to move the fender in a little. And not exactly sure what I'm going to do here. I can't move this one in anymore. It's as far as it's going to go. Maybe I'll just fill it up a little. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'm just a little more sanding and a shot of primer away from calling it a day. It's getting pretty close to the end. Well, that's about it. Probably sanded a little better, but it's plenty good enough for primer. Looks like we've got a few little low spots, one right here. Part of this is because the hood is bending. I think I'll probably put something on the inside of there for a brace, because when I try to sand it, it sinks down. Not much I can do. I've got a low spot here, a little bit of stuff right in there, but I think this is plenty good to put primer on, and then we can see what it looks like. Well, not too bad, not too good as far as primer goes. As far as dents, I can't even see those where I welded it. These places I welded here where the hinge pins were, that's almost gone. You can see primer stripes. That was the last of my primer. looked real good here when it was dry. So that's sort of wet. I didn't really sand the hood completely. I've got a lot of little Bondo places. Didn't look like I was getting a good focus there. Maybe it is now. But I can't see any dents or waves or lumps or anything else. I know there's a little low spot right there in the middle. There might have be some little stuff, but as far as now goes, I can't see anything. The hood looks real straight. I'll play around with these fenders. Yeah, see, my zoom just went out, or my focus. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the camera's battery's going dead. Enough chit chat anyway. So basically this was about using those little ceramic deals, welding up a hood. And I can't really expect any better. I can't tell until I sand this whole thing down again with some fine paper and put good primer on it. So at this point, all I've got left is this fender and that top, and that'll make the whole car in primer. I went around it a while ago when I had a little bit of extra Bondo looking for small things with my glasses on. I didn't really see any. Looks like I've got to do this back around the window. I welded all this up and I filled it with silicone, and it looks like it's not leaking at all. All that crap you see on this little water and Bondo was in it, and I blew it out with an air hose. This side looks good. So basically I just have the roof and this back piece and this one fender, and I could probably get that all done in one day.